Paul.
All right. Hey, hi.
Roger.
How are you? All right. Meeting's called to order at 7:03. Members present. We've got all three selectmen present. We also have our guests. Our Esther, tell me, say your last name better than I can, hon.
Jagosinski.
That. We have Sandra Lebrecq, who are both representing ASCO, Ashford Senior Center Organization. And we have Paul Varga, who wears many hats. One of is the fire chief. Okay, thank you for coming. First Selectmen's briefing, I don't have anything other than we have been heads down working on the budget. And there is a special Selectmen's meeting tomorrow. It's a working meeting to go through the budget and make our, what I would call, hopefully our final cuts.
Is that gonna be at 1 o'clock?
That's at 11 o'clock,
11 o'clock, okay.
and that's an in-person meeting. We have acceptance of the minutes of the regular meetings of January 21st, February 18th, and the special meeting of January 28th. And I just want to check something briefly, because I believe that the January 28th minutes, might have been 28th, I printed them. I believe we're incorrect. Just want to do a quick double check. They, if I recall, go back there. That was a meeting where we had a working meeting and Chris was in attendance at the beginning of the meeting and didn't realize that the meeting did not end at noon. So I just wanted to grab the minutes that are out there, just in case. Actually, I'll grab them right from my machine. Yes, it's actually the January 28th minutes. What was put out there was an error. So I have printed copies for you to take a look at. And what I'd like to do is move on with the other minutes while you have the opportunity to look at these. Because other ones I know you've seen. And my apologies for the wait. Like I said, we were heads down. And just so you know, these January 28th minutes were when we, was the day that Roger, you had an appointment.
Yep.
And so you came in a little bit later in the meeting. And these ones need to replace the ones that were posted in their entirety because the other ones were incorrect.
Now, the only adjustment, Catherine, is the time that we adjourned. Is that what you're saying?
No. Chris had participated in the first part of the meeting, the part that had to do with the steep grant match. I'm sorry, the paving. Steep grant. Item 3. And then she went off, and for whatever reason, she thought we ended at noon. And thought that Roger had not attended, when in fact you did. You just came in a bit late and you let us know you were going to be late ahead of time. So this is really what the meeting minutes should have said. And if you look at them, I think that'll refresh your memory on our conversations. Because we had a recess for a period of time. And yeah, so this is just one of the sets of minutes on here. The other ones looked fine to me. I'll let you be the judge of that. Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the restated minutes of January 28th, 25
Okay,
with the corrections.
thank you. Roger,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And then the regular meetings of January 21st and February 18th. So
I'll move to accept.
who was that? Was that Roger?
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. And the meeting minutes of February 18th.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Bill. Roger, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. That's done. Good. Hear from boards, commissions, committees. I don't have
You
any.
got the special meeting of the.
No,
we
there's
did
only
that.
3
Never
of them
mind.
on.
Never mind.
You already did the special meeting of the
Gotcha.
28th, which was our working meeting. Okay. Hear from boards, commissions, committees. I don't have any updates from any of the groups. Don't think anybody else does. Old business school, Ashford School replacement project status. I don't think that that darn window has been put in yet, the
Skylight.
skylight. So that's all, that would be the only update if I had one. Update on the Cadle Rock / EPA lien status. There's been no progress on that. Review of the 2025-26 general government budget. As I said, we've been working on the budget. When we attended the last Thursday's Board of Finance meeting, they asked for detailed reports from the system. And what we had all done is gone through an exercise to see if in fact we could get down to a 1% increase for the general government budget, which was not the case. And they looked also at the school budget, Ashford school budget, and they had come in with a 2.5% increase. And it looked like that might be possibly accepted. They also had put up, we're talking about a 2.5% increase for the general government. So what Sherry Susie and I and a number of other people have done is we've gone in, we've looked at it, we've done some rework, and we'll be going through that with you tomorrow during our special selectmen's meeting, and to see what your thoughts are on it and if there's any adjustments you'd like made. I would like to say that I asked the fire department to come back with not a 1% increase, but what they could give us that would not involve losing staff, because lives are important and say that public safety is critical. So thank you, Paul. You sent me one today. And we have incorporated that into, Sherry and I have incorporated it into what we'll review with the Board of Selectmen tomorrow. And I thank you because I know you cut back to, instead of a $73,000 increase, is 69. And to do that, if you wanted to elaborate a little bit.
Really, what we did was we reduced building maintenance and apparatus maintenance to a number that we hope will be sustainable. But like I said in that narrative, you know, it's unpredictable if something were to
I'll
happen.
just let you know that we're doing everything on our end to make sure that's the number you get.
Oh, no, we appreciate it. Obviously, we spent 2 hours last night with the board to try to figure this out. I mean, it's not easy.
No, it isn't.
So,
You know, you're looking at a budget that's pretty complex. So are we. I was in here Saturday and then we were all day today.
so, you know, that summary just basically, the board, we worked through it, like I said, for 2 hours, and that's what we came up.
Thank you, because I know you had a special meeting on Sunday night.
It's Sunday night.
Yeah.
The board was real happy with it.
Good. Okay, the new business, the board and commission appointments. Actually, this isn't going to take very long. We have nothing for any board or commission except inland wetlands and water courses. And to fill the 2 regular member vacancies that expire on June 1st, 2025, we have 2 people, Joe Hendrick and Megan McCrae, who are alternates. And it's moving those 2 people up to be regular members. And then we have the 1 alternate member vacancy, and we have Jessica Rates, Rates, to fill that one. All of them have worked with the board chair, the commission chair, and are acceptable to that group in terms of them moving. So if it's okay with you, could someone make a motion to for each one of these? One is Joseph Hendrick, to move him up from an alternate member
Can
to,
I ask a question?
sure,
Do these all meet the minority representation?
yes. Yes, they do.
I'll move to appoint Joe Hendrick, move him up from an alternate to the a regular position.
Second.
Thank you. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Megan McCrae, to move her up from an alternate position to a full position.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
I love the way you guys switch on. All in favor?
Aye.
And Jessica Rates, I'm sorry, to move her into, to fill the alternate member vacancy. That expires June
Did we get a
1st.
letter from her
Um,
expressing an interest or
I
introducing
think it
herself?
went to the commissioner, the chair.
Okay, we didn't
And
get
she
copies or
recommended-
anything of it.
I don't have a copy of that.
Okay. If it's possible, get a copy. I'd like to have a copy.
Very good.
I'll make a motion to appoint her as alternate. I assume we do have a formal recommendation from the inland wetland.
I believe so.
I'll second.
Bill, Roger. Okay, I will get you a copy. All in favor?
Aye.
And I'd just like to add, these are all outstanding people to have on that board. It's kind of funny because they were looking to reduce the size of that commission because they weren't able to get a quorum. And these folks just came out of nowhere, and they're all, they all have experience or, I don't want to call it, expertise in certain areas that would be valuable to the commission, which is fantastic. Okay, so thank you. Now going down to tax refunds, we have none. And formation of tax collector interview committee. Let's see if Linda sent me a name. This is to have a committee of 4 that will interview candidates for the tax collector position. And we know that we will have Linda Gagney, our current tax collector. Lynn,
Levi Bird.
who is our assessor, Sherry Susie, who is our treasurer and finance manager. And then there was another tax collector, it's a tax collector in Vernon that Linda recommends. That person has been a tax collector for a long time. So I just wanted to get that person's name. She was supposed to call me back, but she might have sent it in an email. No, she did not send the name yet, but that is the person that she said that she felt would be good on this committee.
I will make a motion to appoint the names that we discussed, plus authorize it for selectmen to add the name once you verify it with Linda.
Thank you very much.
It's only one tax collector in Vernon.
Yeah.
I would like to have a little conversation after I get seconded though.
I'm sorry. Oh, after a second,
I'll
that's
second
fine.
it.
The process for the applications, are Roger and I gonna get copies of all the applications that come in?
Yes, you will, of
Before
course.
the interviews?
Of course.
Okay,
Okay. So that was Bill and Roger seconded it, and you need copies of resumes and job apps before interviews. Okay, all in favor?
aye,
Aye, thank you. That means we can get started on that. I was a while trying to figure out who to have there. And this is according to statute, that we have to have that kind of a group. Review and accept ASCO donation agreement. You have copies of that in front of you. There are 3 pages. I got it right.
4 pages.
4 pages? Let me see what you got.
The donation letter,
Yes,
the list of the items to donate, list of items to keep, and the sharing agreement.
so the list of, I had one of the lists I didn't see when I went to print it, which is
Yeah.
crazy. Do you mind if I
Yeah, I don't have
copy
the
yours?
donate.
No,
I
no,
don't have the
actually,
donate.
look, Esther's active already, but you can have this.
Something already? No witness?
I watched her.
You have list 2, don't you, gentlemen?
I don't have the donate, I just have the keep.
You've got the 3rd
Oh.
page?
we got list 2, which is the key
Yeah.
page.
Yeah, we don't have
Okay,
the
so you need the other one.
donate.
Copy. And what I'd like to do is kind of go through. Okay. So first of all, I want to thank ASCO, and 2 of you in particular, for this very generous donation for our town. And I know you have helped, you have gathered many things over the years. And the fact that you are now comfortable having us manage those those items. And there's certainly items that are ASCOs that are in the senior center that are definitely ASCOs. Others are not to use them, and we understand that. Our promise to you is that we will take good care of what you have given us. So I just want you to know that. And so let's go through a little bit and talk about what these items are. Will I just do with my copy? Okay, Ashley, could you speak to it? Or would you like me to read?
No, I could speak to it.
Good, make sure you speak up well enough so they can hear.
Okay. Ashford Senior Center Organization is a group that morphed from the 55+ club. And we went from just doing events to help enrich seniors' lives to an organization which also started donating to various areas, various organizations and causes around the town. And when the senior center was built in 1993, the grant basically covered the building, and they needed chairs and tables and all the other things. So over the years, ASCO has raised funds and bought these items, and now as a collective, we want to donate them to the town and let the town oversee them. The one thing, the list that we have of items we want to keep are specifically for our fundraising. And right now they're housed at the senior center. Things such as the bingo machine, the bingo platform, the TVs with their hangers for the bingo, that type of thing. And hopefully one of the agreements that we have going forward is that we'll still be allowed to keep our stuff there as long as we're contributing to the center and the enrichment of seniors' lives.
Not only are you contributing to the center, I know that your ASCO is also making contributions that help the school and some other groups in town. It's not just the seniors, which is fantastic. And I see no problem with your lists. The types of items that you're donating, which can be used by others. And again, very generous. And then there are these items that we share, which is half the space in the wooden cupboards. Again, you've laid this out nicely. Top 3 shelves of the wooden bookcase in the craft room or for the craft person. Half the space in the shed, which we really appreciate because we have had no space in the shed before. So, we're out, has it been outlined by paint yet?
We're still working on that.
Okay, cool. And then a portion of the large freezer in the furnace room, which you had donated. Anything else, joint negotiations between ASCO and the center as their scheduled event needs change over time.
Just to be clear, you mentioned had donated after the freezer. We're keeping the freezer.
You're keeping the freezer.
we're
You're just
sharing-
donating a portion of
sharing.
it.
We're
Space.
sharing the space in the freezer
Yes.
with the center.
Yes. And I can, and also you have, you're willing to loan out the following items to other town departments when the terms have been added to the item loan sheet. And signed for, all items to be loaned must be approved by ASCO's president. The items currently available for loan are the cornhole boards and required bags, folding card tables, of which there are 3, and 4 wooden tray tables, of which there are 4, to be used inside the center only. And then 40-cup coffee maker and copier, 10 cents per side of page for use in the craft room. And the other thing I'd like to say is it has been such a pleasure working with ASCO it's been over a year now. where I've had the opportunity to do that. And the partnership has been awesome, just awesome. And so hats off to you guys, because you are a part of what makes that work, a big part of it. And now you have a new senior center director who looks at all of this like this is her home. Take care of things, which is fantastic. So, and what you have here is an agreement for us to sign.
And I don't know how you want to start that. I've got a set that's already started.
Do we use
Sure.
different pens like the president? Couldn't resist. Okay,
we
are
gonna
you in
have
a
any
good
dis-
place to
Are we
sign
gonna
it?
have any discussion on this? by the board,
Sure,
or-
we can have
I got a
discussion.
couple of questions.
Sure.
Has town council looked at this?
No, town council has not looked at this.
Okay,
This is just donations.
well, there's also some agreements, and I'm anticipating as long-term agreements with use of the facilities and parts of it. I'm always comfortable with town council. I would have liked to see this before tonight too, but.
I had it in your boxes. I put it on the table for you.
I've never
tonight.
seen it in my box.
Yeah,
Just recently.
I put it in last Thursday or Friday when I was here.
But I'm typically more comfortable have any long-term agreements that we're having, regardless of what it is, at least reviewed by town council.
Do you feel that there's something in here that we would not want to accept or share or
No, I think
allow
that- I think
ASCO
that-
to have in our
I think the
building?
concept of it is fine. I don't have a legal eye to look at it. There's long-term commitments in here that are outlined that perhaps should be called to our attention. I did read the 4 pages here that I just got. I don't see anything that I'm going to object to, but as a matter of process, this office has always had any agreement that the board is going to sign reviewed by council.
All right, I can do that, but to be quite candid, I see nothing in here that would be of disadvantage to our town. Nothing. I see an organization that has been, is offering to give us things that they felt that they had dominion over and were concerned about. And the things that they've listed that are theirs are theirs. The ones that they're talking about keeping, things like the bingo machine and the platform, they bought those. And they have been using all of these things. And they've also offered up use of the shed, part of the shed. So I didn't see anything so complex that an attorney would have to approve it, because I can tell you, our attorney is not gonna understand what these are. He's just gonna say these are items, just items. So I can go back and these basically, the chair and the vice chair can come back another time to get this signed. But I, again, saw nothing in here that creates that would create a problem for the town. So if you want me to go back to town council and have them do that, I will do that.
I don't see anything that jumps out to me to be a problem, but I like to stay with past practices for making long-term agreements on behalf of the town, at least have council give us input if it's needed. I too appreciate it. I worked with ASCO for a number of years and appreciate the relationship and realize that the center would not be the center that it is without ASCO's participation and hard work over the years.
I use town council all the time for the things that they really need to look at. Again, if that's what you want, what we can do is I'll have to ask you ladies to come back another time.
Would it be out of protocol to have us sign this, and then if town council approves, you folks sign it?
No, what he's talking about is having town council review it and then we would sign.
Roger may have a different opinion. I'll go.
No,
with
I mean,
Roger.
like I said, I defer. I don't have a lot of town experience in terms of rules and what have you, so I mean.
What I meant
I'll
was
shut up
have
and listen.
Esther and I sign it, and then if town council approves, the board can sign it.
You can do that. That way, but
We
leave
don't
me
have-
the
Yeah, that way
original,
we don't
have
leave
to
me
come
the
back again.
original copy.
Yes.
Because everybody's gonna sign the same.
And
I've
that's,
got, Esther's already on this one, so I don't know.
That's a copy. I made you a copy so you can have that page,
Okay.
okay?
yeah, we did that separate.
Sandy, you've got the original,
Yeah.
okay? So I'm fine if you do that, the two of you.
Are you good with that?
Absolutely. I just would like to add a comment, and many people don't realize, they do know that ASCO is giving money to the school and to the veterans, but last year, Sandy Fletcher, who's one of
Yeah.
a former ASCO member, passed, and the Hungarian Club provided the venue and the food, but ASCO made a $200 donation toward that out of respect for one of their former members and, First Lady of the town. So I just wanna make sure that the selectmen and
Yeah.
fire department are aware of that.
I think that ASCO does a lot of things that we all don't know about.
Yeah, I just
And
wanted to
that's one of the
recognize
things that's
that.
been nice about working with you is to find out more. All right, thank you for your patience, and we will get an opinion on
One
it.
in this, giving you. Okay, so if town council approves that and the board signs it, just send me a
I will,
email or,
yeah,
oh, you folks keep the original for this, no, who keeps the original?
Both parties need a copy. Since I'm here, can I get a picture of you two together with the papers, even though you're not
Sure.
really signing it
Sure.
officially yet? I'll give you over here so there's no. confusion.
again, it's been a remarkable experience.
Paper signs.
Okay.
Or can I take a picture of the three of you?
Oh, really? Okay.
Actually, what I would like,
Just 5 seconds
is good.
delay.
Paul,
Yes,
oh, no, Paul, could you take a picture of all of us together? So when this is done, we have all.
you almost got out of it, bud.
Come on, Roger.
Are
It's
you,
5
are you
seconds
type
delay.
ready to fly this thing?
I'm throwing my pen around.
It has a 5-second delay, so it'll go 5, 4.
Oh,
3,
does
2,
it?
1.
You want it,
Okay, get us in here.
Portrait like
Get us
this?
in
Oh,
here.
we got you.
There we go.
you
Do you wanna
ready?
turn it around? So,
Nope.
Sounds like it's launching. Let's do one more. I want to review them before you all.
Great, thank you.
looks great, and I'll crop it a little bit.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, ladies.
Oh, and I just did want to let you ladies know that we had, remember when we had those inspections
Yes.
previously
Yes.
by the health department? Well, this time the inspection came back with, I believe it was 4 itty bitty things, almost like something like leaving a spoon out. Okay, that was, and so we passed with flying colors, and it was the collective work of everybody to do that. And now we have our senior center director who is also making sure that we stay the way we should. Right now, we're working on a renewal for the kitchen, which has to be in by the 31st of the month.
Wow.
So I'm getting information on the septic, and there was something else. In addition, we have some people with the food protection manager certifications. It needed to be an employee, so I've got one. So we're covered on that one. Just 3 things that we needed in all. Oh, one was the
Okay.
water test, which are all good things to do.
Absolutely.
So again, thank you, and thanks for your patience.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care, John. Don't
Good to
let
see you.
him know.
I know. And we're going through the same thing, and we had 2 water leaks, so it had crawl underneath.
Oh, gee, never fails. huh?
Propane tank. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you. Okay.
Good night.
Okay, I will do that.
We also have, let's see, item E, consider the setting of a date for the public hearing, special town meeting. And it has as an item for that, consider acceptance of Lake Woods Lane as recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission at their meeting of January 13th, 2025. The Lakewood, we are waiting on Lake Woods attorney to redo. Lakewood is waiting on the developer's attorney to redo the deeds. And Mike D'Amato from our zoning group downstairs and town council is working on that. And agenda,
Do you have a date in mind, Catherine, or?
no, I didn't, there wasn't a date yet. We're just waiting.
Okay.
So what
So you
was
don't-
good, what has been good is that originally we intended to have the ordinance for the Inland Wetlands Commission brought up and to reduce the size of their commission so that they could have a quorum. And of course, now we've got two people are now raised up as regular members and we've got another alternate there. So that one isn't going to need to happen,
So,
which is fantastic. The fact that they got really good people on there is great. Agenda items for our next meeting. Our next meeting, I'll give you the, which is tomorrow. And tomorrow, what we will go through is here it is the HB 7067 valuation of motor vehicles, looking at the local option. This is what Lynn has talked to us about, Lynn Byberg, our assessor. And then we have an executive session for personnel concern. And then we have the general government budget proposal, any adjustments that we're going to look at.
11 o'clock.
either a lot.
7:40? Oh, 11 o'clock tomorrow, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so do we have anything else to talk about tonight?
So moved.
Thank you.
Aye.
Aye. And that's at 7:40. Good. And I will do the minutes for this meeting. So meeting adjourned.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Where you been jet setting to?
Las Vegas.